So let's move to the X Division, which started the month with Ultimate X 2, the second Ultimate X between Chris Sabin, Loki, Christopher Daniels, and Michael Shane.
They should have electrified the Ultimate X.
Yeah, when you touch the metal, you get set like it's just
Get
thrown
set on
off.
fire? Jesus Christ. That's next level.
Yeah, Ultimate X electric fire match.
Death.
Oh no, so the thrusters are electric, but then there's a bunch of fire hoops around the cables that you have to avoid.
Yes.
That's our dream match right there.
Elevation X but on fire is Elevation X when it's an Inferno match and the whole ring below was on fire.
Yeah, I was gonna say you fall into the fire.
Come on, Lucha Underground, what the hell?
So Chris Sabin defeated Michael Shane, Loki, and Christopher Daniels in Ultimate X2 to become X Division champion for the second time in his career. I was a little disappointed that so much of this match revolved around a ladder.
You and your ladder in Ultimate X hatred.
But, like, the whole point is that it's a ladder match without the ladder. So that when you introduce a ladder, which, to be fair, it was introduced as the heels trying to cheat. It's not like, they made a ladder, which I will have a problem with in later Ultimate X matches, in which it's not introduced that way. Hardys, I'm looking at you. But
it happens a couple times, doesn't it? Didn't Sabin do that?
Usually it is trying to cheat, because Team 3D tried to do it too when they did the 6-man Ultimate X. They tried to use a ladder. But the Hardys just won an Ultimate X match using a ladder. It's like, that's not allowed. There's one rule in Ultimate X, no ladders.
Which got messed up with Mike and Don at one point, where they're like, there's one rule. It's like, there is no rule. Like, no, there's no ladders.
You're not allowed to use ladders. So I was just a little disappointed that, like, the middle of the match was basically a ladder match as opposed to an Ultimate X match. But it was a very good match.
Stories.
The cables were actually tied 2 feet higher this time, which was no conscious choice. I think it was just the way it was designed that way. It was also the red cables, so it was more like the classic Ultimate X look.
Yeah.
I liked Mike TNA on commentary connecting the dots of like, oh, Shawn Michaels popularized the ladder match, and now Michael Shane is popularizing the Ultimate X match. It's like, oh, that's like a nice little through line there, Mike. Well done.
And both will be equally as known for them.
Damn right. Everyone thinks Michael Shane Ultimate X. I also quite enjoyed the period of Christopher Daniels and Michael Shane trying to climb via various like illegal means. So like Daniels trying to springboard from the ropes to the middle, and then Michael Shane setting up a chair in the middle of the ring trying to jump off, and then Daniels trying to do a running jump where he ran the ropes, but then Loki came back the other way and kicked him off the chair.
That was so good. I appreciated Daniels' attempts at trying to cheat it, because we didn't really see a lot of that in the first one.
I was going to say, before the ladder was introduced, that this was like, it felt like the next step in Ultimate X. It felt like guys being like, okay, like, what can we do here? What are like the fun ideas we can do in this one? As opposed to the first one, which is very much, this is the first Ultimate X, so this is, we don't know what we're doing more or less, we'll hope it works out. As opposed to, you see the next step, and like when they do it again, there's more ideas, there's more like interesting concepts that they can do with Ultimate X, and then we'll see that increasingly through the years.
I did like this one more.
I think I preferred the first one due to it's hard to say because like the belt falling hurts the first one.
Yeah, it's like the chaos of it.
Like you can't entirely judge the first one without counting the fact that the belt fell down twice. The belt fell down 0 times this time for a reason, but
the only thing that fell down was Chris Sabin.
Loki doing a dragon sleeper on the cables was cool.
I thought that that kind of stuff was just, it stood out more to me than Ultimate X1, where it's like I don't really remember anything beyond things falling off, the belt falling off constantly. With this one, I'm like, oh yeah, they had the cool spot with Daniel was trying to get it and getting the kick. They had the 2 dragon sleepers. I just like this one more.
So yeah, the finish is Michael Shane goes to try and climb the cables, but Chris Sabin kicks him off to a table that's set up on the floor below. Sabin climbs the cables, gets to the middle, pulls the belt. It doesn't come down.
No, it does not.
He pulls the belt again. It still doesn't come down. So he releases his feet, and with the full force of his body, pulls on that belt for like 10 seconds, and it finally comes loose, and it finally falls down, and he just takes a bump that looks like it sucks like shit to take from the top of Ultimate X.
10 seconds. I say 10 minutes.
It felt like that, sure, didn't it?
Yeah, I felt so bad for the guy.
Because the belt fell twice in the original Ultimate X, they taped it up there with masking tape, so it didn't fall down again, but it made it tremendously difficult for Chris Sabin to pull the belt down, and it caused him a great deal of difficulty at the end of this match. But there you go, Chris Sabin, your new Ultimate X champion. Yes, he won the match, and your new X Division champion for the second time in his career.
And the only. This is it. Never will he ever be X Division champion ever again.
Not another 8 times. But yeah, Ultimate X, still cool, still new, still fresh, still novel, still like one of the best things about this company.